Okay, I have been super, super into organizing lately, and I found I was organizing something. I was going through an old bunch of files that were in a little file thing that I thought would be the answer to all my problems, and it wasn't. And it was stuck in the top of some closet, and I found it, and I started going through. It was all neatly done in folders, but anyway, I started going through it. Well, I found a big folder full of articles from news magazines that I had wanted to save and either read later or implement something that the article said. I don't like to keep magazines around, so when when I get a new magazine, which is not that often, I will read. If there's an article, I tear it out. Then the magazine goes in the recycle bin. Well, I'm thumbing through these, and I found some real gems in this folder. One of them was this. It was in a Woman's Day magazine, and it's Oops, Top 10 Organizing Mistakes. This article, this particular one that I tore out, was from May 30th, 2006. But I guess I've always wanted to be organized because I obviously tore this one out. But it's got some real gems in it. I thought I'd read a couple of them to you really quickly. Excuse the glasses, but I'm going to put them on. Oh, they're dirty too. Oh, well. Okay. Number one in the article. And this article was written by Pamela S. Kramer with a K, just to give her, credit. Number one, a mistake you make organizing is saying, I'll put it here for now. We're all guilty of that, but the less you can do that, the more organized you stay, and the better you can find things later, and the cleaner your house stays. If it takes less than a minute to do the task, go ahead and do it, or go ahead and put the item back where it belongs. Because clutter, to me, seems to multiply. By itself, it multiplies. If I have the sink empty in the kitchen, it stays empty all day. Everyone will tend to put their item in the dishwasher when they're finished. If I leave my coffee cup in the sink in the morning, my husband will leave his in the sink. It's just like if I put a glass in the sink, then when I come back to the sink, there's 3 more glasses in it. It's weird. So keeping up, your clutter tends to multiply. So just keep up with it. They said, here's a good one. Instead of putting it down, have a logical place for everything. If it's an office supply, if it's a small one, it probably goes in a drawer. If it's a large one, it probably goes in a cabinet or a bigger drawer somewhere. So keep things in a logical place. Know where all of that item should be kept in one place pretty much, okay? So if you have a logical place to put it, you're more likely to put it back there because you know right where it goes. If I get out the stapler and I staple something, I don't leave it on the cabinet, open the drawer, and put it right where that stapler always is. Very, very good thing to do. Number 2 is let things spread and multiply. Don't do that. It says that if you start piling things, then pretty soon, even in a drawer, pretty soon your drawer is just full of things that are all unrelated, and you're digging, okay? If you're into time management, that wastes a lot of time. And plus, you usually can't find it anyway because you dig right past it, okay? So don't let things spread out and multiply. Have a place to put them. Another good thing is divide up your spaces and contain small items. Have a place for small items. Don't just throw paper clips in a drawer. Have a little cubby for paper clips or a container for paper clips in the drawer. And that way the drawer stays neat and organized. Now, I did a video on a lot of this recently. I don't know if that's going to be up before or after this one. I never know what I'm doing. I just kind of upload when I can. So anyway, that's good stuff. Now, some of this you've heard, but I just thought these articles this was really good. Storing items out of reach. That's not a good thing. Your items that you most use, keep them right in front where you see them and you can get to them quickly and easily. One thing I need to do right now, I'm telling you, I've got a bunch of bowls nested in order of size. I only usually use 2 of those bowls for mixing and stuff. I need to put the 2 I need, usually I need to put them in the front, and then I need to put the other ones in the back. so I can easily reach the ones I use most often.
Okay.
So Number 4, piling up papers. When you get the mail, think about it. What is in the mail? Junk, bills, and cards or letters, if anybody writes letters anymore, or like invitations, okay? So there's not a whole lot of things that are usually in your mailbox, okay? Or like, what do we always get with, we've had a lot of medical over the years. So we had all the insurance medical stuff. Okay, that's not a bill. Well, sometimes it was a bill, but a lot of times it was just an insurance, where they tell you what they paid and what they didn't pay and everything. Instead of piling your mail to go through it later, have a spot for your main pieces of mail in your house. Every time a bill comes in, no matter what kind of bill it is, do you see those 2 little doors right there? That piece of furniture that I hate, that I am going to redo, I promise you. Inside there is just a spot to throw the bills. My husband, he always gets the mail. He just throws the bills right in there every single day and closes the cabinet. And then once a week, I pay the bills in our house. I go, I get them out, I pay them. It's so easy. They're always in the right spot. They're never laying on the kitchen counter. Never. They're always in there. Other things, like the medical stuff, it would go with the bills too, because, like I said, that's stuff I need to keep for a year. Okay, what else? Oh, cards. Enjoy your card. And if you're going to keep your card, don't stick it on the counter. Have a place that you want to keep. If you want to keepsake cards, have a little box for keepsake cards, okay? And what's another thing that comes? Well, junk obviously goes in the trash. Oh, invitations. My calendar right there, underneath it, I have a little hook, not a hook, it's a little, I don't know what you'd call it, where I stick the invitations, and it hangs underneath my calendar until the party or the event is over, and then it goes in the trash. So find separate places for these specific pieces of mail, and you'll no more have giant stacks of mail or papers anywhere, because you know where to put them. Or put them like that will be a stack over a week, and but nobody sees it. I don't have to think about it till I get them all out on bill paying day. Let's see what else. Piling papers. Okay, number 5. Not having a place for incoming paper. Okay, I just went over that with you. They said set up a mail center. You don't need a whole center just for mail. Just have a place. And then have another file cabinet or something for the things you need to keep. Filing information incorrectly. Yeah, that's good. When my husband was going through cancer, I had files for the specific things that we needed to keep. The papers that were, what you need to eat or not eat. The papers for, upcoming appointments and what you need to prepare or do before the appointment, or labs or anything you needed to go get done. Another file was for all the insurance stuff. That was huge, all the insurance stuff. So file it properly, and then when you need it, you can find it easily. If I got a bill and I think, wait a minute, I think the insurance company paid this one, I knew exactly where to go. It makes your life so much less stressful when you're already going through a stressful thing. It makes a huge difference to be able to put your hands on all this stuff when you need it. And that goes for anything, not just when you're sick or something, but anything else. It really makes sense. Oh, here's a good one. Another mistake, buying containers too soon. When you want to organize something, don't just run up to the store to get some organizing things. Measure and assess the situation before you go. It will make the biggest difference. When I wanted to organize my husband's drawer in the bathroom, I measured it. It's a super shallow drawer, just by virtue of the way it was made. Way shallower than the drawers on my side of the bathroom. I wouldn't have really thought about that. Super shallow. I had my dimensions. It completely kept me from buying the wrong drawer inserts. So always measure and take it with you. That's a good one. This is another mistake. They say filling containers too full. I could see that that would be a mistake because you're constantly digging if you need something out of it. So it says try to have breathing room in the containers that you use so it's not too crowded and messy for you to find what you need. Okay, the phone rang and I don't know where I left off, but it was talking about utilizing your dead space in your house. Just look all over your house for different places that you can put things, like higher up, make vertical storage, maybe in a kitchen cabinet. You can buy some vertical storage for cookie sheets and things like that. Look behind the door. A lot of doors can be, you can use the back of a door for pocket containers or whatever. So just look around your house for dead space that you can use as storage. The last thing on this was having too many multiples. I don't know what it is in this country, but we all want, or we used to want, more of everything. Or if you had one thing, you had a potato peeler, you thought this one was a better potato peeler, you bought it. First of all, how often do you peel potatoes? Second of all, if the first one was working, it's probably fine. You don't need a new one. We all tend to buy multiples of things. Stop doing that. Or we don't know what we have, so we rebuy something we already own. The other day, my daughter had a turkey. Her husband won a turkey at the turkey shoot. Well, it wasn't literally, they weren't shooting turkeys. They were doing target practice, and he won a frozen turkey. She had never cooked a frozen turkey, and I said, oh, I have 2 meat thermometers. Why? I have no idea. So I was able to give her one of them. I didn't need 2. I gave it away. So go through your kitchen utensils and things. Throw out all your multiples or give away all your multiples. Get rid of them. That is such a clutter thing to have too much of something. Just over and over we buy things. Oh my goodness. When I went to organize my office supplies, do you know how many boxes of staples I had? 3 big boxes of 1,000 staples each. Seriously. You know why I did that? Because I thought I needed staples when I didn't need staples, and I kept buying staples, and I probably used 10 staples in a year. I staple things once in a blue moon. Those 1,000 staples will probably last me, unless I get a job at home where I need to staple stuff, the rest of my life. And I had 3 boxes of them. So anyway, that's it. That's all there is. Oh, wait. Here's 10 signs that say you need to be organized. Okay, this I do need my glasses back on. You don't want people to visit because your house is a mess. You stack books on the floor because there's nowhere else to put them. You frequently have to pay late fees on bills. Okay, there's just no excuse for that. You can't find a place to work on your hobbies because litter covers every surface, flat surface. You hate to put away clean laundry because the drawers are too full. You can't find your good tablecloth and candlesticks when guests come over because you have not stored them in a logical place. You put items on top of their containers instead of inside their containers. That's a good one. You have to search the entire house for supplies such as printer paper or glue. You should have all that in one spot. And you can't find a place for food or new clothes when you come home from the store. That's a good one. Before I go to the store, I've gotten into the habit of going through my pantry and my refrigerator. Number 1, do I need mayonnaise, or is there another one in the pantry waiting to be moved to the fridge? Okay? I have 3 bottles of mustard in my pantry right now because I go, oh, I'm out of mustard. I buy another one. Oh, wait, did I ever buy mustard? I buy another one. I've stopped doing that because I'm going to go through it before I walk out the door if I'm buying like major groceries. Make space, get rid of old stale stuff, and go through your refrigerator and clean it out. And then when you get home, it makes putting the groceries away so much easier. Okay, that's it for today's organizing tips. Thanks. Bye-bye.